Hey y'all, my name is Yvette and welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about my TBR for round 4 of the Queer Lit Readathon. This readathon is running from December 1st to December 7th and it's hosted by some very lovely people. We have Kathy, who I have met a couple times in person and who is just the nicest person. And we have her co-host, her permanent co-host, Rogan Shannon, who is equally as great. And this round is also guest hosted by Anna Goldberg. This is honestly one of my favorite readathons on BookTube. I have participated in every round and I even had the opportunity to be a guest host in the last round, so I'm just going to jump right into my TBR. The first book I want to read is Our Bloody Pearl by Deanne Bryan. This is going to be my priority for the readathon because it covers so many challenges. We have a main character who is non-binary, disabled, aromantic, and bi/pan, and this would also cover the challenge for the rainbow cover. I can't remember where I first heard about this book, but it was when Adriana talked about it in one of their videos that made me go buy it. I can't remember exactly what they said, but something along the lines of, this is for people who have read all of Austen Chan's books and they want more, so yes, very much yes to all of that. This book is about a siren that was kidnapped by a pirate and watches helplessly as this pirate hunts down other sirens and either kills them or sells them. The siren's tail has been paralyzed and their voice has been muted, but then this pirate is raided by another pirate and the siren is liberated, sort of. The story and the characters are supposed to be very soft and I am more than ready for it. The next book I want to read is How to Survive a Plague by David France, and this would go for the challenge of reading a nonfiction book. This is about the AIDS epidemic and it's based on a documentary of the same name. It is a monster of a book at over 600 pages and I will be reading it as an audiobook from my library, which is also a monster of an audiobook at 24 hours. So I'm going to try to get through this book in 1 week. I don't know if I will, but if I do and I have some extra time, I also want to try to watch the documentary as well, but we'll just see how that goes. The next book is Work For It by Talia Hibbert, and this would go for the challenge of reading a book by an author who was a person of color. I bought this ebook partially because I saw some people yelling about it on Twitter, but also it was a cover buy because I really like the contrast of like this big, bad, muscly guy with a background of flowers. It leads the impression that this is going to be the kind of character who looks like he can kill you but is actually a cinnamon roll. And indeed, the author describes him as an enormous and intimidating but ultimately soft-hearted grump, and that is just so incredibly promising. This is an romance between a small-town farmer and a cynical city boy. They have an immediate sexual attraction, but they do not like each other. I don't know more about it besides that, but I'm already sold. The author, Talia Hibbert, she's a queer black woman, and I recently read her other 2019 release, which is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. It was amazing. I loved it, and this author has my trust and my money. I want to read everything she writes. The next book I want to read is Two Moons Stories by Crystal Smith, and this would go for the challenge of reading a new to me author. This is a collection of magical short stories about queer black girls. I got it solely on Injeri's recommendation and I am like 100% sure I'm going to love this book. I've had it forever, I just gotta get around to reading it, and this is the perfect opportunity to do so. The next book I want to read is A Little Light Mischief by Kat Sebastian, and this would go for the challenge of reading a historical fiction book. This is a historical FF romance novella and it takes place in one of the other series this author has written, the Turner series. This follows a woman named Molly who is leaving behind a life of crime to be a lady's maid. It's there that she finds herself attracted to one of her lady's companions, Alice. When someone from Alice's past comes back to haunt her, Molly offers her particular set of skills to help. I absolutely love the Turner series. It's probably one of my favorite historical romances. There are 3 books to the series, they're all romances, and I highly recommend them. I screamed when I found out that Kat Sebastian was doing an FF addition to this series, and more than that, this book has been described as be gay, do crimes, and that ticks all of my boxes. The next book I want to read is Mistletoe Mishaps by Siri Caldwell, and this would go for the challenges of reading a known voices book as well as reading a book that you choose your own category, and my category that I am choosing is holiday romance. This is an FF romance between 2 scientists. They are a married couple who are trying to rekindle their sex life that has fallen into a bit of a rut. And finally, the last book on this TBR, which is also going for the choose your own category holiday romance challenge, is going to be Ben's Bakery and the Hanukkah Miracle by Penelope Peters. This is an romance between a baker and a hockey player. More specifically, we have Adam, who left the NHL draft 10 years ago to care for his ailing father, and he coaches Pee Wee hockey. His team gets invited to Boston during Hanukkah one year, and it's there that he meets Ben. Ben owns his own bakery that's struggling financially, and the two hit it off. There is one more book I want to talk about, even though it's not going on this TBR. I am aware this is not the time or place to talk about this book, but I'm really excited, so I'm gonna do it anyway. It's Mangoes and Mistletoe by Adriana Herrera. It is a holiday FF foodie romance, and it's coming out December 23rd. So obviously it's not going to come out in time for this readathon, but if you want your holiday season to be a little more jolly and a little more gay, I'll leave a link down below to pre-order it. It's only $2.99. I got it, and Christmas Eve, I guarantee you that I will be reading it under the table while I eat tamales and pozole. So that is going to be it for my TBR of this round's Queer Lit Readathon. If you've read any of these books, come down in the comments and let me know what you thought about them. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.